Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the California Energy Code and regulations when you're starting a project and you need to ensure it complies down to the last detail? If so, the Energy Code ACE Reference ACE may be just the solution you're looking for. The Reference ACE is a tool that can help you navigate the Energy Code and quickly find the information that you need. The Reference ACE also links you to supporting documentation, and it's easily accessible online or from your smartphone while you're on the job. There are versions of the Reference ACE for Title 24 Part 6 Energy Code and Title 20 Appliance Efficiency Regulations. But here we'll just be looking at the Title 24 Part 6 version for the 2022 Energy Code. You can access the Reference ACE from the energycodeace.com homepage. On the left, a hyperlink table of contents lists various documents, each of which can be expanded to give you direct access to the code sections and subchapters. It's a great place to start if you want to familiarize yourself with how the code and supporting documentation are organized. Listed first is the California Code of Regulations, which includes Title 24 Part 1 Administrative Code and Title 24 Part 6 Energy Code. Then there are the reference appendices, the compliance manuals, and the ACM reference manuals. But perhaps the most useful feature of the Reference ACE is its search function. Entering a narrow search term will display relevant sections of the document from which you can link to those sections on the right, and your search words are highlighted on the display page of those sections. Once you're on a page, you can use standard browser actions such as Find, Control F on a PC, or Command F on a Mac, or use the back button to take you back to your previous location in the tool. Now let's see the Reference ACE in action. Say you're working on a detached accessory dwelling unit that is not being converted from an existing unconditioned space. First, we'll need to determine whether the ADU is classified as new construction or an addition, and then whether solar PV requirements apply. Let's start by using the search feature and search for accessory dwelling unit. We can see there are search results that contain the words accessory dwelling unit shown highlighted in the table of contents where they appear in the documents. Hovering over the abbreviated text displays the full line of text. As we scroll through the search results, we see that Chapter 9.3, Compliance Approaches, under the Single Family Residential Compliance Manual, has a section on accessory dwelling units that looks promising. Let's go ahead and select that. Here we can read through the compliance requirements for ADUs, and when it gets to Figure 9-2, we see illustrations that can help us classify our ADU project based on its design characteristics. The fourth illustration shows a detached, newly constructed ADU, and since of the four types shown, that one best represents our scope of work. We can confidently classify our ADU as new construction. Now we'll need to determine whether solar PV requirements apply, and for that we'll use Table 100.0-A, Application of Standards. To find the table, we could use the search function again, but let's go directly to it in the table of contents. Now that we're at the table, we can scroll down to the Single Family Occupancy and Solar PV Systems Application. We see that the requirements are found in Section 150.1C14. Clicking that link takes us directly to that section of the code, where we learn that all single-family residential buildings shall have a newly installed photovoltaic system, and therefore our ADU is subject to these requirements. If you want more information about solar PV systems, you can click on the Related Topics icon. Now let's see what other information is provided in the Residential Compliance Manual. Here we can find helpful information on shading conditions and whether claiming an exception applies due to limited solar access. Condition floor area and dwelling adjustment factor tables can be found here as well. Let's also check the Joint Appendices Chapter 11 in the Reference Appendices, which outlines the minimum qualification requirements of installed PV systems. As you can see, there's a lot of information on orientation, shading, solar access verification, and much more. By using the Reference ACE, we were quickly able to determine that our ADU is classified as new construction and therefore subject to solar PV requirements. And we uncovered additional information to help us move forward with our ADU project. The Reference ACE is a robust tool that is constantly evolving. Soon you can expect to see direct links to relevant trainings, videos, and other resources found on the Energy Code ACE website and on our YouTube channel. Have questions? Just ask, and be sure to check out all of our other offerings.